People's Wagwan back again. Today in the household, Nottingham's own Luke Mitchell.
What's happening?
Got a nice full beard now, look at him.
Oh, it's pending.
Looking crisp. How you been, bro? You been good?
I'm good, man. Just chilling, working.
Good, man. Nah, that's good, man. Yeah, that's one thing. How's squad's going at the minute? Because obviously you started off the season good. Was it 4-0?
4-0 in the league.
Semi-finals of the...
Quarters.
Quarterfinals of the league.
well.
Derby,
yeah, tomorrow.
Derby, 6 for 8?
8, bro.
8? I don't know, man. Leave me alone. I don't keep it a day like that anymore. Yeah, man, no, it's been going good for you. How's it been going? For you personally, how's it been going?
It's been alright, to be fair. First 2 games of the league, I was out injured, so I didn't play that. I'm just sort of trying to get back into it now.
Fair.
But you know, the team as a whole, like we've got a legit team.
I mean,
that was sacked.
Personally, I remember when me and Jav were seeing it come through, he said, "This is the best Hudds team I've ever seen." I think when I seen Carl Jimenez, and I was like, that is crazy. Because if I said one player in my lifetime I'd love to play with, it would have been Carl Jimenez. He's just you know, someone who just finds you the ball. Honestly, it's just so sick.
It don't matter where you are, like if you're open,
he's always looking for you.
He's very smart as well.
Yeah, no, you can see it in the way he plays. You just know he reads it so well, man. Even when he was at Loughborough last year, like, well, you can see how much they've lost just by losing him. Like, it's massive the impact he had.
Oh, he pretty much. Did he average a triple-double last year?
Pretty much. It was like, I think one game he had a double-double with like 2 points, but he had like 15 assists or something like.
Honestly,
he's just. That's the thing. I feel like when you can impact a game without scoring, you're just like different level to it. Honestly, different level. And then obviously you got the addition of Jode, who
is a bucket.
He's a bucket.
Big bucket.
He's a bucket. And how tall is he? He's 6 foot yet.
He's shorter than me.
And he's bouncy as well. That's the thing. It's not even that. You know, it's the first step. The quickest first
with
step.
The handle as well.
The
handle is crazy.
That snatch is it's raw. And then you got what's the big man's name? I know his last name's Williams.
Mao.
Bro, he's big. Yeah, he's big.
Strong as well.
I remember playing him when we played for Hallam in D3, and he dropped 45 on us.
Who was guarding it?
Oscar, I think.
To be fair, Oscar's like...
Yo, bro,
he's not that strong.
It was the weight advantage.
But Mo is wow.
It's not no little guy you're playing around with. It's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's legit 7'1". And he's got... Do you know what it is as well? It's the in-between game. It's not even the fact how good he is around the rim. He's actually got a big...
He can shoot through.
Yeah, I know.
It's mad.
It's so bad.
But when he holds the ball, it looks like a tennis ball.
Yeah. He's just...
So I don't get it. Imagine trying to shoot a tennis ball like that.
I've only played him that once, but you can just see how much he just takes up so much space on the court, and that it's just. But it really does. Like I watched the game when you played Reading the other day. I caught the second half of it, and I seen the Thames Valley one because when I first started watching it at half, you were down.
We were down,
and then
15 and a half, and
then it was I can't lie, a really good comeback, and you ended up winning by 12, 13?
11, I think.
11, it's fine. Yeah. The team's it's looking sharp. It's looking sharp. I am going to have to roll through it to a game at some point, but...
I'm tomorrow, bro.
6. Am I doing anything tomorrow now?
It's at 8.
8. I'm training tomorrow. I'm playing football now.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Playing football now.
Who are you playing for?
Arnold Town. Shout out Arnold Town.
What position?
Striker.
Yeah, bagging them.
Yo, alright, so I'll tell you, this it's a bit peak and it's great at the same time. So we played at the weekend. We played top of the league. I can't remember the Bestwood Village something, whatever they're called. Their striker has scored 30 goals in 8 games. This guy. Apparently, this guy's dropped down like 3 divisions to play in this league, 30. And he's on a mad thing. So first half, they came out. I ain't gonna lie, 8-0. It was 8-0 at half. It was sad.
Needs to be in the Prem.
Yeah, bro, it's mad. But then second half, because it's at half time, we had like a bit of a, I'm not gonna say a shouting match, but we got into each other a little bit, and we came out in the second half. And it's not even that they were playing bad. We just fixed up, dominated. I came out because I'm captain of the team, and I just feel like I just stepped up a little bit vocally, just making we found come out. So first things first, we're there at the start of the half, and there was one time I got the ball on the edge of the box, and I was like, alright, the keeper was just off his line. I was like, alright, I'm on my right foot, but I've got to kick it on the outside of my foot, and I've got to like chip it over him. So I was like, fuck it, bro. I got a left foot. No, I did bang the mad thing with my left foot. I banged the mad thing with my left foot. Don't let him lie. Don't let him do this. Don't let him.
And I'm gonna tell it to both cameras.
Tell it to both cameras, man. They know you're lying. It's blessed.
Just like he ain't got a left hand either.
Yo, you're mad head. I can't. I'm alright on my left. I'm okay. But anyway, I've hit it with the outside of my boot, but I've like flicked it up and it's just dropped in behind him. 8-1, like cool. They've gone down, scored, pissed.
8-1.
Yeah, 8-1. But do you know what we did? We split it. So it was a game of two halves. So it was 1-1 in the second half. The first half was scrapped off. It was finished. We couldn't do nothing about that.
You can't say it's a game of two halves, bro. If you look at the score at the game, it's 9-1.
No.
It
didn't end 9-1. It ended 9-3. So we won the second half 3-1. That's the way we looked at it. You know. Yo, bro, I've been in some Hoods games, where we've been down 40 and a half, and man are like, do you know what, lads, we've got it's second half mentality. I'm like, yo, bro, it's finished.
Yeah, it's one of them, you know when the game's done, like, there's no coming back.
I think the thing is, by that point, we were like, do you know what, we can't roll over, we got to do something. But I ended up with 2 goals and assist.
That's what it is, though, because, like, when we played TVC, obviously we was down 15 at the half.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like we was down 15, like, we knew what we was doing wrong, like, shots weren't dropping, so none of us were stressing. But there's been games where, you know, when you're down and you're like, we ain't coming back. And the second half is just long.
Yo, no, I think the one that I never played in it, but last year when Hoods played TVC away and they lost by 75.
I watched the first 5 minutes and turned it off.
Well, I remember I was working at Nando's still, and so I kind of had it on, but I wasn't really watching it. And my boy, he's like, yo, your team's losing 30-5. I went, I put the game on 2 minutes ago. What you on about? They're losing 30-5. I thought he was bantering.
TVC are tough though.
No, they're tough. No, do you know? I can't lie to you though. Taylor Johnson's best player in the league.
He didn't play for TVC.
No, he did play for TVC now at Hemel, but he's
a bucket.
He just.
Do you know what though? Like, it's weird. Like, you see him, he don't look like he can play.
He doesn't.
And you know what? The way he runs makes me mad. You know when someone runs, and their feet like flick inwards.
Yeah, mine do that.
Like, I see him run and I get vexed.
Yeah, and the thing is though, he's not even the fastest.
Imagine getting worked by someone whose feet go inwards when they run. Do you know? It can't happen. He starts getting buckets over and banging him in his chin.
Oh my.
Oh god!
But he is live though. Even though he does run I can't lie, he does run a bit bouquet. But that when he played for TVC, I think
he is tough.
Yeah, he is tough. And that Hemel team this year, they'll be tough. They'll be very tough.
I think they beat TVC by a similar amount to us.
Yeah. So I think at the top of it, your best teams at the minute, obviously you've got Seoul. Even though Seoul have lost players, they're still Seoul and they're still there.
Have they lost?
The mix, yeah,
but they've picked up
that Cole Gentry. He's mad.
He's
mad.
He's tough.
He's very, very mad.
They've picked up Max Richardson.
Yeah, from Worthing.
Yeah.
And then obviously they've still got
still got Andre, still got Orlan.
That's it. Yeah, Orlan Jackman.
They've still got Travis Charles.
He's mad as well. He just does the job.
He's another one. He's tall, but he.
The thing is, you know, when
he looks weird.
The first time I see him in real life, but like he's listed like 6'9", but he just doesn't seem that tall. He just doesn't seem that big.
He's just in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he really is. But do you know? Yeah, for you, man, this year I think it's going to be a good year for you, man. Definitely be a good year for you, man. I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think after obviously we know, I'd probably say the top 4 teams are probably going to be outside of us, obviously, because obviously Solent, and then you got Hemel. I think Reading will be up there.
Yeah.
Do you know what? There's bare teams.
TVC. Even though you might be, they're still a good team. Still got Hakeem Silla.
They are, yeah. But I think Newcastle will surprise a lot of people this year.
But they signed Martin Gale as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they've got him, and they've still got what's his name? American guy. Ronald Blaine.
Ronald Blaine, yeah, he's tough.
Oh my!
So he was done at the weekend.
Yes, it was very mad. It was very, very mad.
It was just so cash.
Did you see it that time when they played Hoods and he played absolutely mad last year?
I wasn't playing.
No, I wasn't playing. All I remember is that a certain man on the team, I'm not going to say no names.
Say names.
You see, I can mute the mic like that. Yeah, so basically before the game, someone had said something to him on Twitter before the game. And they basically riled him up. And
I've seen it. I've seen it on Twitter.
And
then he came out. He's talking on Twitter as well.
And he came out and dropped like 4 or 5 of these, man. And I was like, what's going on here? Because I can't remember who said it. Someone was like, yeah. No, it was up in Sheffield. It was Jacob Cawthorne. So he was like, yeah. He said one of the Notts man was chatting shit to him on Twitter, so he went mad. And I was like, who's chatted shit to him? Went on Twitter, bro. I found it in about 5 minutes.
You should have known. Like, he does it all the time. He does it all the time. Like,
oh my
I don't get it.
Yo, he's so funny, man. I can't like when I was there. He's one of my bet. Yo, it's too funny.
He was actually too funny. He just because his voice is so deep. Yeah. He just sounds dumb.
You know, first time I met him, though, I didn't recognise him because I always remember him with the spectacles.
You're not wearing them anymore.
No, they're wearing my contacts.
Oh, okay.
And he's a beefcake now.
He's a chunky geezer.
Yeah, so before he wasn't really that beefy, but now he's...
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's a big... Whoa, pause.
Yeah. Pause, allow it.
Yeah, you said that, not me. You said that.
Hey, you confirmed.
Hey. I'm here to lay the law around there, alright? We can't be having big man talk, alright? But we'll let that slide. But let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a lot, actually. So, obviously, Nottingham man from Sheffield originally.
Shout out, Chef.
How long were you in Sheffield? Did you? Because I read
5 years.
Oh, fair. So you did actually live in Sheffield for a substantial amount of time, and then how come you ended up?
I can't remember it.
Yeah, but do you remember why you moved to Notts?
I think my mum worked here. I don't know.
Oh, fair. Because I genuinely haven't.
I might be chatting shit.
You're guessing your own life.
Yeah.
What a great start. But then obviously you started playing basketball when you were how old?
7.
7? Where did you start playing? Was you in Sheffield when you started playing? Were you in Notts when you started playing?
No, so got into it when I was in Sheffield.
Okay.
With my mum and dad, like, you know, Big Rob.
Yeah, Big Rob.
Shout out Rob. Shout
out
Big Rob. Loves his basketball. I shouldn't put this in my mouth. Yeah, you know Big Rob. Big Rob like loves his basketball.
He does.
So, like, I grew up even till I was like 8 or 9, I think. When I was living in Notts, like, we had a season ticket for Sheffield Sharks, like BBL.
Fair, and that's what they were. Was this when BBL was kind of big?
Yeah,
back in like early 2000s as well. So that would have been good, I can imagine.
Yeah, they were tough then. And then obviously I lived in Hucknall.
Yeah.
And went down to Hucknall Leisure Centre, Hucknall Hot Shots.
Hucknall Hot Shots back in the day.
Adam McGrory.
Back in the day.
Adam McGrory, what a guy. And you know what? The first time I went, he turned me away because he said I was too young for the session.
How old were you? Like 8, 9?
I think you had to be 8 to go, and I think I was 7.
You made a mistake there, Adam.
Yeah, waste one.
But then from there, it pretty much blossomed.
Yeah, so
took it like a second. It was like a second. Well, from obviously I didn't know you back then, but second nature, pretty much.
Well, yeah, I was playing basketball until I was like 12, 13. I was swimming as well.
You're swimming?
Yeah,
so don't fish.
Yeah, I got gills, bro. So Monday nights was long. So I'd have what way around was it? I think I'd have swimming like 7 till 8, and then obviously we'd practice at Holgate.
That what? Then 8 till no, because when we were younger, what was it? Was it there was a 6 till 8 and an 8 till 10 session, but I can't remember which one we did.
Me neither. What?
I think it was 6 to... I don't know.
I can't remember.
Either way, you did one or the other.
And that was long. But then I just had to choose one, so I went with basketball, obviously.
Yeah, but I didn't think you chose swimming.
What? You don't know? You know? With a good breaststroke.
So then from Hucknall, how long was it till... Because obviously, this is... me. If everyone don't know, me and Luke met when we went to Nova. He was there a long time before me. But when did the Nova thing really...
We was like 14 when we met.
So. I was 13.
What year were you born?
You're 97. So I was 13, but I was turning 14 that year. So I was in year 9.
Yeah, I'd have been.
You were in year 8.
I'd have been either 12 or 13. Then.
Yeah, but obviously at that time you were peppering everyone. It was raw. Do you know who the one person I hated guarding me in training was? I hated Burbo, man.
It's because he's just.
He's relentless.
Yeah, he's like a little pit bull, like, because he's rapid, And you know when he was younger and he used to be sprinting,
yeah, that was it.
It put you off as well. Like even if you blew past him, you'd hear it behind you.
You're like, oh, you know it. I remember when Martin once put him on there, and I was like, I was like, yo, I beg you don't. It's like, why? I said, I was not at that level. I couldn't dribble. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't shoot. I had nothing about me. I was fast. I could just about do a right-handed fast break layup, and I even struggled with that.
You sound like Todd.
Big, but wow, okay.
Yeah, cut that
bit. Yeah, but then obviously we met when we were like 12, 13. So when did you start going to Nova? Because Nova was under 13s.
I started. Obviously, it was under 13s. I think Sean Manindolby was playing. And and he's the year above you, right?
Yeah, he's a year above me. So that would have
been 2 years. So I was like 10, 11.
That's mad.
But before then, I played for Derbyshire with Andreas when I was like 8.
Did you?
Under 13s, yeah.
I never knew that.
Scored in the wrong basket.
You scored in the wrong basket?
Alright, so, hear me out. Right? Hear me out. Obviously, I wasn't used to playing on like full-size courts and stuff, and minis is half-court defence. So we're getting picked up full court, so I think, I'm shooting this way, because they're all guarding us down this end. So I catch it in the corner, pop a free, money, cash. And I'm gassed for a hot sec. And then my team takes the ball out of bounds and I'm like, oh shit.
I could just imagine you fully hold. I would imagine you shot that hold. You're like, yeah, nod in your head.
Yeah, I was gassed.
Big Rob's there on the sideline.
I was going free to the dome. But do you know what though? Yeah, even now, like sometimes, like even in D1, like we'll do jump ball. The other team will get the ball and they'll start going the other way.
Yeah. To be honest, I have seen people scoring their basketball.
Exactly. That's
I've seen Big Mac do it in the scrimmage, so I've
that
seen
surprise me. That doesn't surprise me.
No, it really don't. But then obviously from there, that progressed into England. When was your first England cap? When did you first? Or when was your first England? When did you get picked up by England? You were 12, 13?
Yeah, my first England camp was. So obviously we had the under 13 regional tournament at Lewishall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I went to that a year young. When Jordan Francis, Terrell Salmon,
Terrell, man, my
George
God.
Paul.
George Paul. Shout out all the Northampton, man.
Yeah, trust me. So I went with them and got selected to go to the camp. Bear in mind, this camp's 96 born, so you've got like Dwayne,
you've got
Marco, when Marco was an absolute man-child. We're talking full beard at 14.
Yeah, he was very, very mad at that. Marco was the best player. When we were under 15s, Marco was the best player. It was crazy.
Yeah.
He was the same size he is now when he was 14.
He was like 6'3", 6'4", built like a man.
Yeah.
I still need to see his birth certificate. I feel like I'm about 40.
Oh my days. So that was your first. So they were all at your first England camp, all of them, man.
I don't know who got selected from our team. I feel like Terrell did, and maybe Jordan Francis. But then at the camp from like other places, it was like Dwayne Areja, Miles
Lawrence.
Yeah, exactly.
Dwayne Lointer as well.
But that's before it was like 2-day camps. It was literally just in Sheffield. It was like a 6-hour session. Yeah.
Oh, they were like that when they used to do RPC. They did it. What did they?
I don't know.
I know I think it's called something else now, but it was RPC.
RPC. Oh wait, yeah.
RPC. Is it RPC?
Oh, it's Aspire.
That's it. Aspire. I knew they changed the name of it. I didn't know what to, but I knew they changed the name of it.
Yeah.
And then from there, because that's pretty much when you got to that point, I was pretty much just starting then.
Yeah. So like after that camp, obviously got dropped.
Well, from that, I mean, to get picked for that is an achievement in itself. To say the nutters that are going to that camp.
Oh yeah.
It's not as if you've gone there and been like, do you know what? Yeah, damn man was shit. I should have got to it. Damn man, they're legit. They are lit. That's probably the 96. I'd say the 98 to 96 little brat is crazy talented.
95's Luke Nelson.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, but them not are aliens. Luke Nelson and them are aliens, man. That's a different breed. Luke Nelson is
he's a walking.
Yeah, bucket. I can't lie. He's my favourite point guard out of the UK.
Yeah, he's a walking bucket.
Favourite point guard out of the UK, man. He's
so tough. Do you know what though? I'm not gonna pisses me off how long his socks are.
Do you know what I mean? I know what you mean still. I know what you mean.
He's sick, yeah, but
he does wear
you
long
look
socks.
like a knobhead.
He does wear long socks still. He does wear long socks. That is sad. Oh, no.
Like, he is sick. He's sick, but the socks just ain't it.
Doing some Larry Bird style.
So wearing some short shorts as well.
Oh, I'd allow it, man. But yeah, the 95 team was tough. The 90s, 95 to like 98 was just, it was horrible, man. Because I thought my age England was quite tough. But
look at you got what?
Kyle Carey,
Calvin
Andre, Calvin,
Josh
Steele, Quasi. That was tough. That was I mean, I'm not surprised when you get picked for England as the squad. Different levels, because obviously then you put you into that mix as well. It was crazy. It was crazy. And at that point in time, I would have never got selected for England because I wasn't ready. And I know that as well. I know at that point I didn't play him long enough. I wasn't skillful enough. It wasn't my time at that time. So it doesn't really. I don't think it really bothers me that much that I never really got selected because I was never ready at that age to get there. If I started playing maybe when I was 8, 7 or stuff like that, maybe. But at that point, no way.
Because you had the athleticism and stuff.
The thing is, eventually, I think my game developed as I got older. And when I got to like 18, I really was like, okay, I can play now. But up to like, maybe under 17.
No, because under 16s, we...
played
NASA.
You
had a good game.
We can shift onto that actually. So that season for me, that was
one of my favourite seasons.
That was my favourite season.
Yeah, that's up there, one of mine.
My favourite, I think it's there's a few of them up there. So that one, the one where I was with Hoods for half a season in D4, that was just a fun year. But for just winning and just like it wasn't even like we were like we went and played basketball. Like we did pretty much everything together as well. Like we were properly like everyone's birthday, motives all the time. And one is if we played, we did Hucknall together. We all did Nova. We'd all go to Mapley. Like we were always together as a team. That year was just mad.
It showed on the court as well.
It really did. And do you know what got us together more than anything? Them fucking Sunday morning sessions. The Sunday morning sessions. It was so peak.
I got PTSD from them.
Yo, I can't even lie to you. Yeah.
And then we'd do an hour conditioning, and then they'd be like, "Right, we're gonna shoot for an hour." I'm like, I can't feel my legs.
Finished.
You're trying to get me to shoot. I can't.
You know what used to piss me off then? Remember Snow at
I know what you mean.
Yeah, fam, we'd be there, like trudging ass.
Not even like trudging though, like trying to run.
Yo, I'm literally like, I'm trying to preserve energy.
He's one of them people that runs with his feet in as well. Yeah. And so I'm getting dusted by someone that's got some dead running technique.
There's 2 people in your life.
And I'm getting vexed. It's just, I remember running around just seeing him fly past me doing this.
It's long. It is long. You know when you see someone doing that, you're like, do you know what, you're pissing me off.
It sounds bad. I don't know if I'm explaining it right.
No, I know what you mean. Still, I actually do because he did. I remember he fully did. It's that inwards run. It is that proper inwards run. That is so
like flick your feet inwards like that.
Yeah, that is funny, man.
It's jarring.
But then, I mean, to be honest, even going into that off season, obviously because the year before we'd lost to Nasser in the quarters. I don't think
by one as well.
By one, and I don't think it was like because I didn't really go into the season thinking we're gonna be as good. I didn't expect them to be as good as we were, but I think we were that well drilled and we all bought into it that we were out. Every team was just getting blown out of the water.
We were just disciplined, like.
Yeah, and we didn't got assistant. No behind the back passes. Sub for that.
I got a turnover at the weekend doing one of them. I think I got subbed as well.
Don't do your behind the back passes, kids.
No, yeah.
Chest pass.
Yeah.
Bounce pass.
Keep it simple. Stupid. But no, like the pretty much the whole season we were just breezing over everyone.
Literally, I don't like the only teams
we did Manchester,
but Manchester were one of the teams we.
Yeah, it was. Remember?
I mean, we lost to them, and I know we beat them. I'm saying they were one of the teams that we kind of like. We were in competition. That was our level of them. Like it was going to be. That was our level in the final. It shouldn't have happened how it did, but that was pretty much our level. That was the team. Who else did we lose to? Because we lost to Sheffield. Sheffield were our bogey team. I don't know why.
We lost to Trafford.
Lost to Trafford
away because the refs absolutely shagged us.
Because their Manchester team were there for that as well.
Yeah,
we got battered as well. It was about like 20 something as well. That was such a random. But to be honest, at that point, it was like the last game of the season, and we were like, we
really got a good seed for playoffs.
I think we got second because Manchester got first, and then like Derby got third or something like that. But it was Sheffield. It was every time we played Marco, they would just, I don't know what it was. That game was weird though. That game was very weird. I remember from that game that there was one time and I got a foul and Martin was talking to me and we had to line up for free throws and I had to turn my back to him and I just remember him screaming, "Marcus, go get him!" And I went, "Fuck!" And he brought me off and he just screamed at me.
Do you know what? I got a notification the other day. Like it was like one of them on this day.
Yeah,
and it was when we played Chef at Trinity.
Swear?
Yeah.
Was that when Marcus' dad got ejected?
Yeah. You know he said erected, bro. That would have been wild.
Whoa.
That would have been wild.
Speculation.
No, you lot heard it.
No, no one heard that one.
He went this from Marcus' dad got ejected.
Ejected. He got ejected. He didn't get it.
I know it's on your mind.
Yo, relax, man. Yo, leave me alone, man. You can't be doing to my own thing. But I'll allow it. You know, yeah. You've got a beard now. You're alright. I'll allow it still.
It's pending. Though,
it's pending. But yeah, that season was very, very, very. I think it was more this. Do you know? Yeah, we got that far. I think we put everything into that NASA game. You know, if we had that game in the semi-final, if we had that day before and the final the day after, we'd won. I don't care who's on them. I got Raheem. Rate your Hamad, rate your all of you man, yeah. You man, it would have been raps for you man, I can't lie. That day after, if we played that day after, think about that as well. Ricardo dislocated his shoulder.
Disclaimer, I'm not getting involved in any Manchester slander.
No, bun that man, bun it. No, big up all the Manchester man then, but it would have happened still. They won, so I can't say nothing. But at the end of the day, it was... Yeah, that one hurts still. But I think we were on that much of an emotional high from the NASA one. Because we lost to them the year before, and it wasn't even as if like we went into that.
We smoked them. We beat them by like 16.
Them. We battered them like it wiped the floor. And you think about that.
That's one of the best games I've played. You know.
Yeah, that was it. Do you know for like a few of us just went off. It was mad. And you think we didn't even have Hakeem for that either.
I think I had like 30.
I think you had 33.
33. Yeah.
I think Parker had 25 and I had 28 or something like that. We just moved mad. That was genuinely. It was by far for me most successful season. Yes, I made fucking about 4 semi-finals after that, but that was about it. And we'll talk about Hallam later, but yeah, man. Do you know what? I would never change it. I'd go even if the losses, everything, it all happens for a reason at the end of the day. And I feel like it's just one of them things that happened, innit? Yeah. You win some, you lose some. All right, so it's talked about Nova and like stuff that we went through finals wise. Let's talk about another situation we went through because this ain't the only place we played together, Luke. Let's talk about Sheffield Hallam University because your situation was very, very different to everybody else's, and I think now that it is all finished and we've got no ties to Sheffield anymore. I don't care. Fuck Sheffield. Because obviously. The whole point that was going there was the fact that like the team was going to be mad, and the team was both years all mad. They were always mad, but the stupid thing was that you had to play for Sheffield D3 team to play for the Hallam team, which I never understood really because for us, man, they were like I remember even having a conversation with Ariel, me and Jav being like, it doesn't matter. Why would you not want your players playing at the highest level and then coming back and playing here? It doesn't make sense. But from your point of view, what actually, like, how did it even come? Because I don't even know how it all happened. Because obviously in your first year, I knew they said, look, next year you have to pay for him, but you were like, well, I'm not going to. Because there was no point you dropping down.
Yeah, so like my first year, they let it slide. Because I told them from early that I was going to play D2 for Hoods. Because obviously it's a higher level. And then in that year, we got promoted. Like, won the league, got to the final playoffs, lost in the finals. And they were cool with it, but then the second year they tried to make it like compulsory.
Yeah, some official rule.
Yeah, so I had meetings with them and stuff, and was basically saying like, look, why would I drop down 2 divisions just so I can play for the uni team? Like, it makes no sense. It doesn't benefit me at all. Like, why would I do it? And so they wouldn't let me play. They took away my
took away scholarship.
Yeah.
For me, it will never make sense to me. It will never make sense because surely, if you like the Hallam's sort of thing was we want to win. I'm like, all right. So why are you not letting your best players play?
Yeah. Fine.
Even same thing with Sam. Like they fucked up with Sam. And I'm like, why would you not want him on your team?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you like you think about the team you could have had? Like I didn't make the original. I know I played on the first team eventually, but I didn't make that first team because Sam was on it. And it's kind of like, well, I wasn't that mad about it because he was at the time there was no one like him, not muscle wise, anything like that. He's a man. He was a man, and we were all boys, which is fair enough. You kind of need that, but then even the rule didn't make sense anyway because for me, you always want your best players. You needed to have you on that. I said this, and why have we not got Luke? Why? There's no reason to not.
There's no development there.
No,
either.
There wasn't. And it's done enough. The uni needs their best player. They need their best athletes put forward because it brings in more money for the uni, and it's good. It's just good for him. I don't know why, but it was something to do. The Sharks and Hallam connection was weird.
I mean, I can see where they're coming from. Like, there's a few clubs like around that. If they're linked to the uni, like you have to play for both.
Yeah, but when you're talking about someone dropping two divisions. To play for, like if they said in your case you play on the BBL team because that's realistically what they should have been offering you.
You know what they said to me? They was like, "Oh, you can be a practice player on the BBL team."
Well, that's one reason I never got into it because I remember so the summer before, not the one I came before Tuckles, the one where it was my last year playing D3 for Sharks. I trained for the BBL team the whole thing, and they were like, "Yeah, we want you there." Blah blah blah. The training's twice a day and a gym session every day. But I was like, I remember I spent more time at training doing a shot clock than I did doing anything else. A young fella, you got the shot, you got the clock. I'm like, bro, it used to because the thing was, I remember I went 7 a.m. mornings in a row, and I stood on the side doing shot clock, and I'm like, I can't lie to you, I'm not doing this anymore. Still, as I am not wasting my time and getting up at 7 in the morning. I think after like 2 weeks, I was like,
I didn't go to most of the morning practice anyway. Just because I had my uni started at 9. Yeah,
it's just like the thing is, it's such a commitment for you just to be on the bench. I feel like, I felt most sorry for Eddie and Aaron. I felt sorry for Eddie because Eddie had he worked hard for them as well, and he was good enough to play, but he just never got the opportunity, man. So it was sad for them, man, because obviously Eddie had obviously grew up through the system, and he'd been more committed than we had because we'd obviously just gone there. But they didn't need to do man dirty like that still, especially them, man.
They showed them.
The uni thing, back to it, it just never made sense for me why they just didn't say, all right, well, you couldn't, there's no point in you being on that BBL team to not play. Like Sadell came and played. I don't know how you don't come in and play. And that's not me knocking Sadell, because Sadell was great, but at the same time, Sadell was an England player, one of the best. You were an England player, one of the best. So I don't know how they've gone, well, you could train for BBL, but you can't play for them. But we really want you playing D3. It just didn't.
Honestly, it's like they wanted me to just help them get the D3 team up. But it's like, if you want the uni team to win, then you want your players to go and play at the highest level they can so they can develop.
You've got to get the D3 team up when you got a man's dad coaching the team.
I'm not speaking.
I'll leave it at that.
We're going to end up getting into too much politics.
Buddy, man. I'm not going to comment on the same thing. But yeah, it was. That situation pissed me off. I can't lie, that bit pissed me off because my whole thing was like, I wanted to, like, one reason I went there, I was like, if Luke's there, I'm there. Because it just made sense. We always played together. I was like, I play well with him. It's calm.
Obviously, Jav was there.
Matt was there. It was literally, man used to call it Nova Link Up Part 2, which it pretty much was.
Yeah, they needed to change Hallam to a Notts postcode.
They might as well done.
NG Hallam.
NGH.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, I think that's the thing. And even though there was that much shit going on, we still made the final that first year. Who did we play in that final? Oh, Uni of Notts. I take that L for that game. That was my fault. It was my fault. It was my fault. It was 100% my fault.
You're lucky I didn't come and bang you in the face. I remember seeing it and being like,
yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I think was? Yeah, I don't know why I shot it. I remember getting it and going, after Ryan, why did I do that? And I just like, do you know? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know.
The crowd was sick though.
Yeah, the crowd was sick.
Because loads of people came down from Sheff, didn't they?
Yeah, even because it was weird though. Because obviously you had the Notts man who knew us, but also it was a good game. Still, it was a proper good game. I wish he played someone. I wish he played Trent in the final. That would have been sick.
Yeah,
but I don't understand. Do you know what gets me though? Every time we played in the final for Hallam, why were we away? Every time. We played Notts and we were away.
I mean, I only played once.
Yeah, I mean, you came to the second one. Smokage.
Worcester.
Smokage.
That was bad.
That was bad.
That was bad.
That was bad.
That was very bad.
But yo, bro, no, I can't lie to you. Yeah, he's not here anymore, man. David, man. Oh my god.
I don't even know who he is.
Yo, bro, Luke. I've never seen so much batty riding from a coach to a player in my life. You know, he'd be on the sideline. He's speaking to each other in Spanish. You guys, go for your fucking drinks later, man. Shut your mouth and get on the court. My god. But I remember in varsity, yeah, me and Ariel got into it, and I was screaming at David still because so we'd been on the court. This guy must have had 7 turnovers. He was running the 7 turnovers.
That's the thing. He had certain people where they could do anything they wanted. Then they had certain people
on a short rope.
They do anything, and it's a sub. But it wasn't the best players that could do what they wanted.
No. But I think everywhere you go, there's kind of this favouritism thing, and I feel like it benefits certain people. But the David one, I never understood the favouritism because he never ever he just come out of nowhere. And in pre-season, I was like, yeah, he's all right. But then it came into the season, and he's shooting beige. Like, he wasn't really a shot creator, he wasn't really a shot maker, he wasn't really a great defender, and he wasn't a great ball handler. So I don't know why he ran the 1 and took the most shots and was getting all the turnovers. It just didn't 2 and 2 don't make 6. You know, it just didn't make sense to me. But then in this varsity game, I remember he just kept turning the ball over, and I went to Ariel. I remember I literally, we got a turnover. I grabbed the ball, I smashed it on the floor. I went, please, to Ariel. I did subbing him off. It's like, you need to sub him. Ariel subbed me off, kept him on, and when you don't talk to your coach out in the middle of the game, I said, Ariel, until you stop being an idiot, I'm gonna keep shouting because he shouldn't be on the court. And then he started him against Worcester. And he had about 9 turnovers again.
I don't even know who you're on about.
Exactly. He was that. Oh god, man.
I can't comment on it because I don't even know who he is.
No, but that second year was frustrating, man. I think that was more annoying because we did you go to Edinburgh with us? Was that first year or second year? Was that first?
First year.
When we got scrubbed.
We played twice, I swear.
We played twice. We played Edinburgh once at home and once away. But the first time we played them was a cup game, and we went up to Edinburgh in one day.
And the ref?
The ref wasn't even... He wasn't qualified to do the game, but they still did this. They would let it slide because there's not many qualified refs in Scotland. Not my fucking problem.
No, it's because Ariel said that he'd play the game.
Well, the thing is, I'm just like, but we got scrubbed bad. I think we had like 7 technicals as a team.
I think I got 1.
I got 1.
Jacob got 1.
Aaron got 1. Eddie got 1. Ariel did not get 1.
He didn't.
Ariel did not get 1. I think that was I actually liked Ariel as a person, but he just didn't back anyone, man. Just didn't back it. That's the thing I said, he's like, I can't say anything to the refs. Of course you can, that's why you're here.
I didn't like it.
Coaching the team.
Can't even say I liked him as a person. I think he's a prick.
Yeah, he was. I didn't dislike him as a person, but he was too soft. He was too, in the fate, it just didn't work for him. Oh, God. But yeah, Hallam was a mess, pretty much. Made that final against Notts, lost. Made the final against Worcester, lost.
Got smoked.
Yeah. Do you know what the joking thing was? We weren't even meant to play in that final. Because we didn't finish top of the league, Manchester did. But Manchester didn't want to get promoted. So they were like, no, we don't want it. So they relinquished first in the league and we were second. And then, because we played...
Were them 2 twins still there? Is that the Manchester?
Yeah, we played them.
They're tough.
Yeah, so I remember I went down, and who did he not play? I think, so that game, he didn't play Jav, Matt...
Parker?
No, he played Matt Parker, Big Matt, yeah. But we didn't have any, he was playing Jacob and Oscar. I think Jacob was injured. No, he didn't play Oscar. He just played it was weird. He just started some weird team and just didn't play anyone. And he was just basically he was losing the game, and we're like, I'm like, Ariel, what are you actually doing? Because I remember I was injured, so I could play.
Probably Loki didn't want to get promoted. Probably Loki didn't want to get promoted.
Ariel definitely did, bro. The way he snatched up, because after varsity, we were like, varsity, last team, good, finished. Before the game was in the change, it was like, the Manchester have relinquished the first place, so we play next week. And we all in the change room, we all looked at each other like, fuck. We are pissed. We didn't even want to play.
Had a bad season.
We didn't even want to play. Prior to that, obviously, I tried to go to the States. Ended up going to Italy. You actually went to the States. What was that like when you went? Because it was Montverde?
Yeah, Montverde, yeah. Very different.
As in playstyle, lifestyle, everything?
Everything. I think the main thing with the the playstyle, like, just freak athletes.
Yeah, just pure...
freak athletes.
Because who was it? Who was Montverde? Was it RJ Barrett was there when you were there?
Barrett, yeah.
Yeah.
He's tough.
That's crazy.
I remember I was there for like 2 days and we had an open gym and I got injured like in open gym. So
yeah.
I jumped out of bounds to make a pass and this was in like the practice court and the wall underneath the basket was bare close to the baseline, but it wasn't just the wall. It was like, you know, the support beams when you're like building and it's like a capital H shape.
Yeah.
And you look at it like down on it.
Yeah.
So I jumped to make the pass, and then I land and my knee hit the corner of it and like just exploded. And I remember Sandro, who's now at the Bucks, shout out Sandro, came running over, picked me up, and then I was out for a few weeks. But I was watching practice like a few days later, and we were scrimmaging against the varsity lot, and our big was like 7 foot, RJ's
6'7", 6'8", something like that. Yeah.
He someone passes him the ball on the left wing in transition. He rips through, takes off, and just absolutely crams it on him. And I was just sat in the bleachers like, oh shit! I don't know what to do.
If I ever went to the States, I was never ever going to take a charge in my life.
I tried to at one point.
No.
You got his shit stuffed on the front of the room, but my heart was going.
Your heart beats for a sec, you idiot.
Nah. When you think you've just been banged on.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I haven't been in that position many times. I've only been banged on 3 times in my life. I got banged on dirty by who plays for Derby now. He used to play. He's from Brum. What's his name? It's not Ronald Blade. That's the other guy. What's his name?
Saul?
No, black guy.
Raheem?
Might be. Got a moustache. Tall. Is that 6'5"?
Wait, plays for Derby Trailblazers?
Yeah, he just played for Derby now. He had a couple of mad bangs last
Ronnie?
year. Ronnie, that's it, yeah. So we were playing...
Dumb athletic, innit?
So I got a turnover, yeah, and I've got this thing. When I go for a turnover, when I get a turnover, I got to make up for it. So this guy got the ball on the break, and I've gone to pin it with 2 hands. Like, I've gone for it, missed it, he's got it all over my head.
Pause.
Pause. He's dunked all over me. It was raw still. It was raw. But I think, alright, so I'm okay with it because
he nearly banged on me as well.
My getting dunked on to dunking on ratio is a lot more one-sided, so I'm okay with it. I can live with it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, okay.
I got a dunk at the weekend in warm-up.
In the what?
Not off a lob though. Not off a lob, off a 1-2.
I thought you were about to say in the game. Is it? In the wall?
And the rim might have been a little bit slanted.
Oh,
besides the point, I got 3 in a row. Let me have my moment, bro. I'm small. Like,
it was funny how you went, I got a dunk. And you like tried to brush it under the carpet. Like, I was about to get gassed for you. I was like, what? So you're not fast?
Should be gassed anyway.
Hoops fixed.
Should be gassed for me anyway.
I'm gassed for you either way, man. You know what I mean?
Hey,
it's hard for a guy under 6 foot to dunk.
Wait. What do you mean, under? No, 6'1" with the forces on.
Okay, you got them on now?
Always. That's not hooping enough.
Oh my
god. Yeah, he nearly banged on me as well. Like pre-season, we scrimmaged against them. You know, when Kieran went and played for Spartans.
Oh, I played that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remember it? So he's like running at me one-on-one in transition, and I'm just backpedaling.
Oh yeah, and he front rimmed it, didn't he?
Yeah, and he literally out of nowhere, as I'm backpedaling, just took off because I didn't realise how far back I'd gone.
Yeah.
So he took off, and I'm just there looking up. Like,
you're like, oh shit.
I literally just.
Yeah, you were lucky. I can't lie.
That was the moment I nearly became religious.
At this moment, he knew he fucked up. You look. I actually remember you backing up and just being like. Looking up like that. You're looking up as well.
Bro, it's scary, you know.
getting dunked.
Because he goes up aggressive as well.
Yeah, I can't lie. Getting dunked on ain't nice still. It's not getting nice at all.
I don't think I've ever actually been banged on.
That's my only. I've only once in game. I've been banged on in a 3v3 by this like 6'8" guy from France. He was mad. Do it off at Oop as well. Yeah, horrible. Yeah. No. We don't. I'm not speaking on that anymore. But yeah. So then, in the States, how long were you injured for? Because I knew you didn't. Because what?
Not long. It was like 2-3 weeks.
Oh, that's calm then. But then, because obviously you were there for the year, and then you came back. Was that decision? Well, what was the decision based on to come back?
The main one was obviously the course that I wanted to do, physio. They don't do it over there, so they do physical therapy, which would have been 4 years. And then if I wanted to do physio when I go back here, I'd have to do another year at uni, so that would have been 5 years.
Yeah, that's long.
And I was just done with education, can't lie.
Yeah, I think that was my thing as well, is just education just can't, it's long. It's long.
Yeah, so I came back, did my 3 years, got a job.
Doing your thing.
Trying, bro.
Doing your thing.
Trying.
That's all we're doing it for, but just doing the thing, come on.
I'm just here for the vibes.
Here for the vibes, man. Weekly what's you know what we're here for? Vibes only. How's your year out? How's the year away from it?
Good.
I think it helps. I think doing it now myself and having the period of time out last year, it's good to get away from it.
Yeah, you got I've been playing since I was 8.
And you've never really had.
I've never really had a summer off. I'd finish the season, be straight into off-season workouts or England stuff.
Yeah.
And it was getting to the point where it just felt like more of a chore than anything.
Literally.
And especially the couple seasons before I took a year out, I didn't overly enjoy.
Yeah.
I felt like I wasn't enjoying it, so I wanted to see if I did stop playing for a bit, if I'd miss it.
Yeah.
Clearly
did.
Yeah.
But I feel like the time away, it helps you, so because you just need sometimes you need to clear your head, get away from it a bit, and then come back in a better frame of mind. Because I think that was my thing. I didn't go on holiday for probably 7 years because I was literally every summer I'm I can't go on holiday. Why? I'm training. I've got to train. I can't have 2 weeks off. It was too long. 2 weeks off for me felt too long when I was younger. But when you think, as you get older, you think, do you not? Yeah, life's too short.
Bro, I had 5 days off and I'm a scrub. 5 days I'm dribbling the ball off my foot.
Oh man,
shit. But no, I think it was just good for my mental.
Yeah.
Gave me a chance to just sort of focus on other things. Obviously, I just started a new job. I just finished uni.
Yeah,
I didn't want to sort of be having to try and balance
loads
work,
of
basketball, social. Because obviously,
I don't think people really realise. Even though it's just ball in the UK, it's a big commitment, man. It's a
especially
lot. Especially
if it's at a high level.
Yeah, when you think about it, you're training up to some teams train once a week, some teams train twice a week, some teams are 3 days a week. But then you could have
every day.
2 games exactly. Then you got maybe 2 games on a weekend. The worst one ever is when you have last year, because I played back end of last year, it was Newcastle away on the Saturday, Hemel away on the Sunday.
We were meant to next weekend, not this coming one, have Newcastle away on the Saturday and Oakland's away on the Sunday, but the Oakland's game's been rescheduled.
That's super.
Thankfully,
that's super mad though, because it's so long, and it's just the thing is, even though you're only playing 1 game and you're going to, it's your whole day.
Yeah.
You leave at 9.
Yeah, we played at Reading on Saturday. We met at 12 or 12:30. I didn't get home till midnight. That's
the thing. It's your whole day. The travelling, and you don't even really think about it. Then it's showering afterwards. Some people take longer than others, and shit, and it just takes. It can take so long.
Yeah, once the game's done, if it's a long, a far away game, I'm just trying to shower and get out.
Yeah, trying to get out still. I think sometimes though, when people shower after the game, it can take ages because if you're trickling and you're chatting about the game and stuff, it can just take forever, and everyone's just yo, I want to go home.
Yeah.
And last year was with COVID as well, bro. Every service station was just peak. It was just dead. So I remember on the way up from Newcastle, we stopped at a service station and everything was pretty much closed. It was peak. So everyone's starving, everyone's pissed off. I think the only thing that was open, luckily, was a KFC.
Thing is, I don't even want to stop on the way home, unless I need a piss.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time, I'm not hungry after I've played.
Nah, I feel I'm not telling a lie. I am, but normally my mum patting me up with munch. But I'm always patting with munch. Never have to worry about that. But I feel like the year out, Well, mine's pretty. I don't know how permanent mine is at the minute. It's pretty much permanent, but I think the timeout is really good. It was good for me anyway. It helped with me so much. I think the thing is as well with me is that I don't think I'll ever. I love basketball. I'll never stop because it pretty much gave me my friendship group. It pretty much changed me as a person for the better, like confidence wise and everything. But I feel like now I'm not playing it. I've got more time to spend with my family, with my friends, my girlfriend. We're just doing stuff for work. I've got after school club and stuff like that. Got more time for this. This is it. This is the only one I'm bothered about. The rest of it, no, I'm not. Don't mean.
That's what I mean. Though it's like when you're working as well, it takes up so much of your time. Like if I get in from work, a lot of the time, like I have to motivate myself to get up and go to practice. To then obviously like I want to see my friends, I want to see my girlfriend, stuff like that. My mum and dad have moved up north.
Yeah.
So like I'm struggling to see them at the minute. Like I'm barely seeing them. So it's like. It's trying to find time to do.
It's time consuming.
Yeah, trying to find time to like see all those people that I want to spend my time with on top of working and playing so much. You know what I mean?
It's a really big commitment, and you give up so much. Like when obviously some of my friends do play, some of my friends didn't play at the time. So then you've got some. Oh, come on, we're going out. It's so and so's birthday. Like, but I can't. I've got to be up at 7 in the morning because I got thingy tomorrow.
Yeah, or like, oh, are you coming out tonight? Oh, I can't. I've got practice. And people used to be like, oh, can you not just miss this one? It's like they don't understand.
Yeah, they really. You know, one thing I've missed every year is bonfire night. I haven't been out of bonfire night since I was like 12. Every day I've had training every time. It's always been on a Tuesday or a Thursday. Every time, without fail.
I don't think the 5th of November has been a Tuesday or a Thursday every year since.
No, but I mean, like, those are the days I mainly train. But obviously, when I went to the academy when I was in college, if it was on most, I've had loads of 5th of Novembers on a Thursday. I don't know why.
5th on a Friday this year.
It's on a Friday this year?
Yeah.
Well, I would have been off this year then. That would have been my first one, so...
What, is it not going to be your first one?
It was my first one now.
This guy.
Oh, leave me alone, man. Just leave me, man. But yeah, my main thing, I can't remember the last time I went for a bonfire night. That was my point anyway. Basketball makes you miss some shit, okay?
Yeah, and it's like... It did make me realise, like, I don't want to stop playing yet.
Yeah, no, I think the thing is, I feel like, for me, it's more it was the enjoyment I wasn't getting out of it. Because I feel like, for me, it was more the travelling and not playing as much.
And it's stressful as well.
Yeah,
like, when you're playing at, like, a high level, like, it is... Like as fun as it is stressful.
Oh, it is. It's very intense. Yeah. It's very intense. Like you don't really, obviously, when people see you playing and stuff, and you win or you lose it, they don't really see it. But you see these people quite a lot, and the thing is, it's not always like I remember people having fights at training. People like it's happened. Like it happens because tension's high quite a lot, especially when you're not playing well. Which the 2 years I with Hudds, we weren't playing well. So when tensions are high like that. And you're seeing the same people, you're just getting on each other's nerves. So I feel like it's hard as well, especially when you're trying to build a good relationship and you have a good practice and then you go into the weekend and you lose again. And it's kind of like, where do you go from here? But the timeout for me was really good for me. And I might come back one day. I don't know, I might. I think I'd jump in. I don't think I'd jump back in at D1 though. I think I always wanted to, and I probably could again, but... My main focus would be more coming back now and playing and enjoying it. But in a minute, I'm playing football, and to be honest, it's local. That's one reason I like it. I can still play. Like this weekend, I play at 1:30, so I can go to my game. It's not even half an hour away. I can play my game, have a beer after the game, come back, I'm going to have dinner.
You're a beer man now.
Let's do a bit of it all in it. Come on, man.
Yeah, I can.
You not see
that?
I
can see it still.
Come on, man.
He's got a beer belly.
Big man thing. Yo, I got a relationship where you leave me alone, man. Put on size. I used to be skinny. You know how much weight I put on in lockdown?
You told me,
3.5 stone. I was 12 stone 5. 16 stone. Wait, no, 16 2. I was more than 3.5 stone.
I'm like 14.9.
I think now I'm 15.9. I mean, I'm heavy as shit, but I'm still quick.
Yeah, I'm heavy.
I'm still quick. It's great.
I'm heavy.
Yeah.
Because I ain't been going to gym. I need to get back into the gym. But...
You know how I knew I was heavy? When I came back to train, I couldn't dunk.
I can't.
What did you say? The rim was what? Bent?
Yeah, upwards.
Bent? Upwards. Okay. Okay.
Do you know what's jarring, like? I don't know how to say it. Like, I'm athletic, yeah, but not in like different ways. Like laterally.
Yeah, you're really quick side to side.
Yeah, like when I'm playing like defense and stuff, like laterally, I'm quick as foot.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think you can be athletic in different ways because it's not the fact of your speed. You were quick, and you had a lateral speed, where I was more just straight sprinting and up. That was it.
I do think a lot of like being quick laterally in terms of like playing defense. I think a lot of that comes from like making reads and stuff, like anticipating.
Yeah. I think defense is harder than people think as well.
Yeah, like it is a lot more than just effort. Like people say, like, oh, it's all effort. Like obviously, it's a lot of effort.
Yeah,
and like hustle, but people don't realise like it. You have to think a lot when you have to think.
It's a bit like chess. You have to like, all right. You have to think what they're going to do. It's weird as hell, but that kind of links into the next bit as well. Who do you think who was your toughest matchup that you've had for? Because obviously you've played a lot of games. You've played a lot of people. Ooh. Toughest matchup. Ooh. I mean, I've got a few, but the one that stood out for me, there's only one person I felt like I've ever been baked by, and that was Cameron Hildreth. Because the thing is as well,
he is tough.
You know that game we played him? Yeah, they battered us, by the way. But that game they played, because he was on court, I'm like, but he just doesn't look like he's doing that much. And his crossover doesn't look that clean.
Deceptively quick.
He is quick.
His first
he's got handle. Right, he's bouncy. He can shoot. It's honestly.
Yeah.
He did his crossover, and I went, "Ooh," because I was like, "What the fuck was that?" His crossover, because it doesn't look fast, but he can't. Deceptively, he was probably he's one of the toughest I've ever matched up with.
Yeah, there's a few. I'd say him now. I'd forgot about him.
He was crazy. He was crazy.
He's up there. I think Taylor Johnson's not. He is mad. He's tough to guard.
He was very, very mad. There was one guy I played with in
Martel McLemore.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He's because he's tall as well, and he's got a jumper, man.
Yeah,
tall. But then there was one guy I played with in Italy called Nuno. He's now like Portuguese international, 6'7". Yo, we played an overtime game once, went into double overtime. He handled the ball every play from the end of the third quarter onwards, and literally had like 50 points. He was the only person in the league averaging over 30. Crazy player, man. Shout out to Nuno. But then. Who else?
There was a couple when I was in America. Like we had a guy on our team called Devontae Carter. Tough. Like he had a game. We had a tournament, and he had a game where I think he had like. Bear in mind he's 6'1", 6'2" at a push. He had a game where he had like 21 points and 19 rebounds. Like he's just a dog.
Oh, that's great.
Either him or Marcus Carr. Like he went to the same school as me, but he played on the varsity team. So obviously, because I went to a prep school, so it was varsity is like the high school team, and then I played like for the post grad team. So the varsity team, Marcus Carr is now at, I want to say Texas, like a high like high level college, like D1. Shifty as hell. Got an absolute strap on him.
That's raw. I think the thing is, when you've got someone, the hardest for me to guard, like bigs, like when you've got a tough big, it's a long match if they're like 7 foot. But when you've got a shifty guard, it's raw.
Especially if they can shoot.
Yeah.
Because if they're shifty, you don't want to get too close.
I tell you who one of the maddest, Cavell. Big B Williams, man. He's too. I can't. He's a tall guy. He's very tall. He's gangly. He can shoot. And I remember, so it was playing at Midnight Madness, and I remember he took his bounce and he stepped like this, and I stood there for a second. And went, I could take a charge, or I could run that way. So I just kind of took about 4 steps backwards and just let it dunk it. I saw him. Why aren't you contesting? I went, are you gonna fucking contest him? 7 foot. What are you meant to do? What am I meant to do with this? What am I meant to do with it? What am I meant to do about this?
There's no way.
Crazy, man. You lost your mind. But pretty much wraps it up, really. Blessed for coming on the show, bro.
Appreciate it.
Nice to be coming through to the yard. But we'll be back it.